Hey guys, a little Facebook Live for you today, bonus content because I'm pulling for you on a Friday. Hey, here's what we want to talk about. I've got a couple of these major questions that we get, and we're just going to talk about them real quick. Here's one. We have declining membership numbers and the retirement of baby boomers. Yes, you do, and everybody does in terms of baby boomers. In fact, I know that there's some data out there that I think shows in the next decade there will be more millennials in the workforce than any other generation. How is our organization going to change? Well, I think we're going to have to be faster. We're going to have to be live. We're going to have to adopt all these social media platforms as our primary avenue of communication, rather than maybe some of the traditional ones that are baby boomers that are still on the board of directors and don't want us to change are still in favor of. Okay? So that's one thing. The other is I absolutely believe that we're going to have to overcome some value proposition issues. And what I mean by that is this. Many of the millennials that are coming up, and they're going to be our members, and they're going to be on the board, and they're going to be running the companies, especially in these organizations that have family businesses. Hey, guess what? They used to go to the Greenbrier meeting with Dad when he went to the association meeting, and they've got the perception that it was a boondoggle. And they're going, man, we're dropping that. We paid way too much money. All my dad did was, I'm overgeneralizing it, so don't get bent out of shape. All my dad did was play golf, and he went home, and it was an extended vacation. These folks don't want that stuff. So what we're going to need to do is speak with our members about their authentic, true stories about how they benefited from membership, how their membership has grown, how the advocacy activity has benefited their company because it's eliminated regulation or whatever it might be, and get the real stories about that, see? And then you're going to have to tell the millennials and basically every generation about that story. That's the key. Because the baby boomers, actually, they may have done us a favor a long time ago, but they didn't do us a favor now because they were willing to join just because an industry association existed, and they wanted to support and be a part of the industry. And you all know as well as I do, that's not going to be the fit going forward. So we have to we have to cease that narrative and think that that's going to continue to work for us, because it is not. It will not happen. Here's another one that's come up. I'll take on this one and then we'll wrap it up, because I wanted to save some for next week. The disconnect between chapter and national organizations on membership. Man, I love this because we're working with a couple of organizations right now to help solve the problem or the challenge or take advantage of the opportunity. Here's what it is. I think fundamentally, the organizations that have a riff between chapter and national on membership, and the members don't understand the difference between the two, or they want to join the local and not the national, or they want to join the national and not the local, is there hasn't been strong communication ongoing between the national and the local chapter or the state chapter to develop the consistent value proposition from local to national. It's too differentiated. They're too far apart. It ought to be, hey, man, this is what we actually do, educational training on site. And so that part of it and the connection with business is so sound. And then what's unique about us, though, we've also got a national program. And these national folks are delivering best practices and content from a national level, putting together national events, so we always share. And they've got a robust and unbelievable advocacy program on Capitol Hill to keep the bad guys from sucking the life out of our business and its profitability. Pretty compelling, right? You betcha. The challenge is that we don't market it or speak to it or deliver it that way. It's way too separate. There's a gulf between us. And I think there are organizations now that are getting really progressive about making sure that when you join, you don't even, the deliverability of services are different and at the local or the national level, but the experience is very coordinated and savvy. Yeah, that's what's coming up. Okay? So that's what we took on today. Millennials and Chapter National. Let's see what we're going to take on next week. Our membership model is out of date. Where do we start? Got some ideas? And how to develop effective membership surveys. See you next week on Facebook Live. Thank you. Bye-bye.